Where will Josh Hader land? When we're talking about electricity, when we're talking about a splash for this offseason, Josh Hader is one of the players that are still out there that your team could go and get and massively upgrade their bullpen just by adding him alone. There are 6 teams that I'm going to talk about in this video as a possible destination for Josh Hader based on need. There are always teams that don't need a closer that could come out of nowhere and snatch him up. However, we're talking about a dollar figure here that lives up there with Edwin Diaz, maybe higher. So if you've already got a closer, I would anticipate you would stay away from that price tag if, again, that area of need is filled by somebody else. So we're going to take a look at this. If you want Josh Hader, comment down below, leave a like. Let me know you enjoyed the video. Those watching the premiere, we have our 100 like premiere goal. Please smash that like if you haven't yet. And if you're watching this on your time, couldn't make the premiere, please hit that like, help us get to the overall goal, and comment it up down below. We have a 100 comment goal for this one. Where do you think Josh Hader is going to go? Do you agree with me? Because I'm going to give you the teams. These are the 6. We'll talk about them, and I'm going to tell you who I think gets them. It comes down to 2, in my opinion. 2 that are very close that can make this thing work. So let's get into it. First off, the latest MLB rumors. Josh Hader. This is coming from Bleacher Report. Hader eyeing a $100+ million contract. Yankees, Dodgers, and Rangers are all linked. It is important to identify that the RSNs are having an impact this offseason and will certainly impact Josh Hader's market and his ability to get that contract that he covets. This from Hannah Kaiser before she was jettisoned from Yahoo Sports, talking about the RSN, giving us an idea of what the future looks like. We saw this past season, the Padres and the Diamondbacks lost their deals. When the season ended, the Twins deal expired. So there's 3. We also have the Braves, the Reds, the Guardians, the Tigers, the Royals, the Angels, the Marlins, Brewers, Cardinals, Rays, and Rangers, all with deals with DSG that are just ticking time bombs at this point. The Guardians and the Rangers are the 2 teams that are most in danger of that group. Rangers, one of those teams linked to Josh Hader. Can they afford Josh Hader if they're going to lose? It's over $100 million annually with their deal with DSG. That money goes, where's the money for Josh Hader? Maybe they could try to find some money to scrap together a splash, but would you do it with a closer or would you spend it somewhere else? Maybe starting pitching. So the Rangers may have to choose. Let's talk about these teams some more. Let's start with the Philadelphia Phillies. And with each team, we're going to include their payroll from 2023. We're going to include the estimated 2024 payroll based on the contracts they have currently doled out and the estimated arbitration dollars. We start with the Philadelphia Phillies. Last year finished at $246. Current projection is $9 million, under that at $237. But they could certainly use a lockdown Josh Hader type at the back of that bullpen because they are in World Series mode. That's another element that can drive you here to maybe spend a little bit more than you're comfortable with is, are you in World Series mode? Is the time now? And I argue for the Philadelphia Phillies, it is. They're not afraid to spend money. They've done it before. Josh Hader would certainly take them well over what they spent last year, but there's a need there and there's a desire there. Those 2 elements kind of need to go hand in hand here. How about the Yankees? We know about need. We know about desire, but maybe the need isn't that strong. Clay Holmes, Yankee fans, are you comfortable with Clay Holmes? Comment below. Maybe you are. And if you are, then there's no need for Josh Hader. But of course, Josh Hader would be an upgrade. Slide Clay Holmes into that setup role. Have Holmes pitch in the 8th and Hader pitches in the 9th. So the New York Yankees 2024 estimated payroll is at $279. Last year's final was $273. So we're already over and there's more work that needs to be done. Are we going to set the mark for highest paid reliever at this point? It seems like it might be a stretch. We can't rule it out. I've got them as one of the teams. They're in as one of the teams in the report. But where are we really feeling here about the New York Yankees? Yes, there is a desire. I don't know if the need is as strong as it might be with other teams, which may slide them back. But the desire is there because after trading Juan Soto, it's World Series or bust. Let's go to the Texas Rangers. The bullpen needs to be one of the top priorities, and as does the rotation, especially with the news about Max Scherzer. So the Texas Rangers, it's all pitching this offseason, but will it be starting pitching? Will it be relief pitching? And the RSN situation, $100 million plus that could be impacted with that, is going to have them in a position where they need to choose. Do we focus heavy on the bullpen? Do we focus on the starting rotation? Either way, it might take them out of the running for Josh Hader, who wants to be the richest closer in the history of the game. How about the Chicago Cubs? This is a team that is looking to spend money, looking to make upgrades, looking to have a splashy kind of offseason. Maybe they get a Bellinger deal done, but the bullpen rotation, you can always add to that as you are looking to take those steps to become a NL Central champion, a World Series champion. You want to go to the top, you have to make some splashes, spend some money. Josh Hader would certainly be that for the Cubs. And when you look at their payroll, they're in maybe the best position of everybody here. Their final 2023 was at 190. Their estimated 2024 is at 178. Yes, there's also a Cody Bellinger potential contract that could take you about $20 million, put you just under 200, maybe over. And then Josh Hader would put you even further over that. But if you're the Cubs, it's go time. Josh Hader would be a great addition to the back of that bullpen. Alzolay is good, but would you rather have Alzolay pitching in the 7th or the 8th at a high leverage situation earlier in the game and having Hader in the 9th? I like the Cubs as a possible fit for Hader. And how about the San Diego Padres? You traded Juan Soto away. You're trying to give yourself some financial flexibility. Can they still make a splash and spend some money somewhere? We know they have also been dealing with their own RSN issues after losing theirs last year, having to take out a loan, trying to stay below the $200 million. Right now, their estimated 24 payroll is at 157. That puts you in position to go out and bring Josh Hader back if you still want to compete in the National League West, which I'm pretty confident they do. They have too many good players on this team, too many contracts up here to just sit it out and let 2024 go by. Don't waste a year of Fernando Tatis Jr. Go out there, be aggressive. I do believe they need another starting pitcher. So with the remaining $43 million, can you get a starting pitcher and can you get Josh Hader? Still might have to go over $200 million though. So that is where the Josh Hader back to San Diego train stops. You could get him, but it may prevent you from improving in other areas. And there's the Dodgers. There are rumors about the Dodgers being the team going after him, that they've already gone to him. They have pitched him an idea of joining a super team, which is certainly what they're in the process of building at this point. Their payroll for 2024 is at 286. Last year it was at 236. Can they do it financially? Based on recent history, I'm going to say they can. But we're going to have to talk about that a little bit more in just a second. Here's the element that maybe could prevent something. Do they need to spend the money on Hader, or could they use some trade assets to go and get Clase from Cleveland and spend a whole lot less financially on a closer? Hader is going to cost you a lot of dollars. Clase is going to cost you some prospects. So Dodger fans, you have to comment below. Let me know what you'd rather give up, the money or the prospects. I have a feeling I know which way you're going to go. It's not your money. Let's go and let's talk about who gets them. We're talking about a guy that wants to get paid unlike any other reliever or closer in the history of the game, so we have to have a conversation about money. Last year, the Mets were at $343. The Yankees were at $278. The Padres were at $256. Rangers $251. Phillies $245. That was your final 2023 payrolls coming off of Spot Rack. We had one team go over 300. If we're going to bring Hader in, and if you're the Dodgers, you're going over 300. If you're the Yankees and you want to bring Hader in, you're going to have to go over 300. Now, this could be a short-term thing because there are contracts that come off the books, but does anybody want to go over 300 for Hader? So here are my, I told you at the beginning, I narrowed it down to two. I think the Dodgers are definitely in play. At 286 right now, it would put them over 3, but it would put them over 3 temporarily. There are contracts that come off the books next year that could get them back down. The goal is to win in October. It has none of what they're doing right now is anything to do with the 162. It is all about October and stacking the deck. Do you, as a Dodger fan, care about the regular season anymore? I don't think you do. You don't care about the NL West pennant. Yeah, it's great. It's all about winning the World Series. The World Series or bust team. This is what happens when World Series or bust teams bust. Let's talk about the Philadelphia Phillies. They're my other team here because I look at the Phillies payroll situation. We're still about $10 million underneath last year's number, and they could do some things to even bring it down some more. You have at the end of next year, Zach Wheeler's contract comes off the books. Now, there's also talk that re-signing Zach Wheeler, extending him, is the number one priority for the Philadelphia Phillies. So maybe have to pick one here. Even if they do re-sign Zach Wheeler, I think there's a way to make this work. We take a look at the payroll situation. Now, Zach Wheeler's got the $23.5 million. There's a question mark there. Yes, $7.5 for Matt Strahm. I think if you bring in Josh Hader, Matt Strahm's a goner. Sir Anthony Dominguez, $8 million is a club option. He's a goner. We take a look at some of the arbitration dollars. Hoffman's in his final year, but it's a small, insignificant money. Suarez, 4.7 is a lot. Soto, 4.9 is a lot. Bohm, 4.3 is a lot. Maybe one of them is moved in a trade. Gregory Soto. If you bring in Josh Hader, can you find somebody to take Soto off your hands and save you $5 million that way? There's a way to do it financially for the Philadelphia Phillies. We were talking about how we can't count the Phillies out for Yamamoto. And one of the reasons why was because of the determination, because of this money situation that we're talking about right now. So I think that we have to keep them in mind for Josh Hader as well. So between the Dodgers and the Phillies, who's my winner here at the end? I'm going to go Philadelphia Phillies. I can see the Philadelphia Phillies making a push. I believe you can get Wheeler extended and get Josh Hader signed. So go out there and do it. Comment down below. Where's he going? Let me know. Let the community know. And if you haven't yet, those watching the premiere, make sure to hit that like. We have our 100 like premiere goal and our 1,000 like overall goal. So those of you that are watching this around your time, make sure to hit that like if you enjoyed this video. You made it to the end, so why not hit that like and subscribe if you have not yet. That's it for this one, everybody. We are out of here. Ballcap Nation, I salute you. Thank you for your support, everybody. As always, if it's low, let it go. And if it's high, let it fly.